Stacy's Kitchen is brought to you by Persad's The Food King Supermarket and Chatak Quality Food Products.
Welcome to Stacy's Kitchen, and on today's episode it's all about yummy Christmas meats and treats and side dishes. So guys, before we do all of that, let's head on down to Persad's The Food King Supermarket, where we will get all these lovely ingredients for today's show. Come on, let's go. To get my hams. What is Christmas without ham? So I'm gonna get me a nice ham right here. This guy looks really nice. And now I'm gonna get some turkey breast. Yes, so I just like slicing up my turkey breast, quick and easy. So look at this. This price is amazing. All right, so I'm just gonna get 2 of these. Makes your work a bit easier. All right, so now I'm gonna just get the rest of my stuff for my Christmas feast. All right, so I'm getting my chicken. Thank you. Let me get a nice big bag of baking potatoes. Let's see. Right, this looks great. Wow, these prices are so amazing. This is only $14. Amazing. All right, guys, so to season up my meats, I'm going to be using some of Chatak's local green seasoning, chili powder, of course, their ground black pepper. Let me get some paprika as well. You cannot go wrong with these seasonings. And of course, I like to add my touch of turmeric. All right.
Welcome to the Chatak Kitchen, where it's tastier and spicier. For even more taste, cook with Chatak's Amchar Masala, saffron, ground jeera and black pepper. Mix in Chatak's mild, spicy or Madras curry. Get a burst of excitement with a mango amchar, pomsade and mango kuchila, lime and pepper chunks, West Indian hot sauce and lime pepper sauce. Plus, Chatak's tamarind and mango chutneys are perfect with kalori and sahina. So make your kitchen a Chatak kitchen. Chatak's fruit products, bringing good taste to life.
Welcome to Stacy's Kitchen. We will be bringing to you today 2 of Trinidad's favorites at Christmas time, our black cake and sponge cake. Okay guys, so I'm going to start with my sponge cake, and here I have my ingredients: my butter, eggs, milk, sugar, and my flour, which is already infused with baking powder and some nutmeg and cinnamon. Okay, so I'm gonna start with creaming my butter and sugar. So this total preparation, it's probably about 25 to 30 minutes. However, the butter and sugar will take at least 15 minutes to cream properly. So I'm going to put that into the mixer here. You can also use a hand mixer as well. And we're going to start creaming our butter and sugar. And you want to make sure it's nice and fluffy. When you get that texture, well, you know it's ready to combine everything else. So this actually takes the longest. After that, it's just to combine all your other ingredients and then put it into the oven. Okay, so while the butter and sugar is creaming, I'm gonna do a little bit of lime zest to add to that. It gives your sponge cake a really, really nice flavor. Alright, so I'll say probably just about a half of a teaspoon of lime zest to that. Alright, so I'm gonna add some essence as well. You can use mixed essence, almond essence, citrus essence, anything that you are comfortable with. Okay guys, so our batter is nice and creamy, so I'm going to add my eggs into this batter. So I'm going one at a time. Alright, so we're going to let this incorporate. And again, we want a nice smooth batter. So I'm just going to turn up the speed a bit to get that going. Alright, so now I'm going to be adding the flour and milk mix to it. Alright, so I'm going to toss some flour in there. Let that mix up nice and smooth as well. You could turn up the speed a bit, but you don't want too much mess, so we're gonna keep it smooth. All right, and now I'm gonna add some milk. So it's like this, flour, milk, flour. And remember, I had my baking powder already infused in this, also some nutmeg and cinnamon. Because you know Christmas is all about spice, especially in Trinidad. So you see how quick and simple this was? Alright, so we're almost done here. I'm going to put the last bit of milk in. Alright, so let me take this off for a bit, and then I'm just going to add the rest of my flour in. So you see how simple that was and easy. We're almost done. And something to keep in mind, you don't want to overbeat your batter. All right, so you see how that is getting nice and smooth there. And I have my pan already floured and waiting. And my oven has been preheated on 350 degrees. So my batter is looking really, really nice and smooth and velvety. So in about 2 minutes, we're going to be putting this guy into the oven. All right, so my batter is lovely. It's smooth, it's velvety. And we're going to be putting this into the oven in just a minute. All right, so I'm just going to even off the batter into the pan. All right, and to get the air bubbles out, you can just give it a knock like this. Right? All right, so it's time for the oven. All right, guys, so our cake is ready. Wow, this is lovely. It looks amazing. And look at that. Guys, so now it's time for our black cake. So I'm going to start with the preparation of the fruits. All right, so I have my golden raisins, my prunes, my brown raisins, and I'm going to combine all together. All right, to that I'm going to add some mixed essence. And I'm going to be using some non-alcoholic wine in my fruits today. All right, so let me pour my wine in there. And guys, contrary to popular belief, you don't have to soak your fruits for years, okay? This can be done one time. All right, so I'm just gonna put enough wine so that it will blend. It wouldn't take too long to blend because the fruits tend to get very thick in the blender. All right, so I'm gonna give that a couple pulses. So my fruits, they are nice and thick. So time to combine all my ingredients. Okay, so as with most types of cake baking, we're gonna start our batter, which is our butter and our sugar. All right, so I'm going to cream my butter and my sugar until it's nice and fluffy. Alright, so I'm going to start on a lower speed and then we can take it up a bit. If you don't want everything splashing all over the place. And guys, you can also use a hand mixer, which is also very good. Alright, so we're going to let this cream for about 10 to 15 minutes until it's nice and fluffy, and then we're going to add the rest of our ingredients into this mixture. Alright guys, so my batter is nice and creamy and I'm going to start adding my eggs. Alright, I'm just going to throw all in one time. We don't need to do them one by one. Alright, so again we're looking for a nice smooth velvety batter. And again, I have my flour already infused with baking powder, some nutmeg, some cinnamon, and some cardamom. My egg infusion with the butter and sugar, it's almost ready, so I'm going to start adding my flour. Alright, so then give it a little stir to make sure everything is in there. Alright, so I'm going to start adding my flour mixture. All right, so it's getting nice and velvety and smooth. So I'm going to continue adding my flour. So we want a really nice silky finish. So it's similar to when you're doing the sponge cake, however, you're not going to be putting any milk in this, because we have a lot of ingredients here with liquid in it already. All right, so after this is finished, I'm going to be adding my fruits and then my browning to give it that nice color. So to that, I'm going to be adding the fruits. And again, this recipe, the wine isn't alcoholic, so it's non-alcoholic black cake. All right, so I'm going to continue to pour my fruits into my cake batter. It's coming together really, really nicely. All right, so that is nicely incorporated. So I'm going to be adding my browning now. All right, and the browning gives it that nice, rich, dark color. All right, so that is almost done. So I have my pan again already assembled for baking. And again, guys, you see how simple and easy this is. Total prep time together with baking, I would say 45 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna add just a tad bit more of the browning, and then we're gonna put it into the oven to bake. All right, so I'm gonna let this mix up for a little bit again. I want the color to be a little bit darker. Because we're not using alcoholic wine, the color tends to be a bit lighter, so you can add more browning. All right, so our cake is ready. All right, so I'm just gonna pour this into my pan that has been greased and floured. All right, and we're just gonna spread this out evenly like so. All right, we give it a tap to get those air bubbles out. Alright, so my oven has been preheated on 350 degrees, and this should just take about 40 minutes. So there we have it, guys, our sponge cake and our Trinidad black cake, non-alcoholic, not to mention. Alright, so we are going to be tasting this treat. Alright, so let me start with the black cake. Oh, look how lovely that looks on the inside, guys. Perfect. All right, so let me put that there and give it a try. Nice and moist. Lovely, lovely. All right, so let me try the sponge cake now. All right, look how beautiful that is. Baked to perfection. All right, so let me give this a try. Guys, this looks so amazing. Let me try it now. Oh my God, this is lovely.
Welcome to the Chatak Kitchen, where it's tastier and spicier. For even more taste, cook with Chatak's Amchar Masala, saffron, ground jeera and black pepper. Mix in Chatak's mild, spicy or Madras curry. Get a burst of excitement with a mango amchar, pomsade and mango kuchila, lime and pepper chunks, West Indian hot sauce and lime pepper sauce. Plus, Chatak's tamarind and mango chutneys are perfect with kalori and sahina. So make your kitchen a Chatak kitchen. Chatak's fruit products, bringing good taste to life.
Okay guys, so my ham is being prepped, also my turkey breast. So I'm using one container to bake both of them. Alright, so guys, I basically just put some pineapple slices and some of Chatak's clove. Of course, we must have clove in our ham. So I'm using a boneless ham today. It's basically easier to bake, easy to slice. And for my turkey breast, I use some, well, obviously I made my own dry rub with some of Chatak's chili powder. I actually use this chicken seasoning because it's basically the same texture meat, and also some Chatak's ground ginger, which is really, really nice. So what I'm gonna do now, before I put it into the oven, I'm gonna add some of this Chatak's garlic sauce to some melted butter, and I'm just gonna baste the turkey. Alright, so the butter actually keeps it moist. And later on, I'm actually gonna do the same thing to my chickens as well, because today is all about Christmas meats and other goodies. Alright, so I'm coating my turkey breast well. We're gonna get all the flavors in there. And I hope that you guys are going to be trying this recipe. It is so simple. Look at that. Your ham prep is basically some cloves. I basically just decorated it with pineapple. You don't have to, but of course we need our cloves. And no better place to get your cloves than Chatak. All right, so I'm going to get ready to put this into the oven now. Let me get my mittens. And guys, you have to be careful when you're baking. You don't want to get burnt. I have a million burns, but anyway, experience. All right, so chicken time. So guys, like I said before, I'm using the same baste with the Chatak garlic seasoning and some butter on the chicken, because you want to also keep it moist. So I infuse the chickens with basically the chicken seasoning from Chatak, all of these, the chili powder, chicken seasoning, ginger, oregano, and the works. These seasonings are amazing, trust me. Alright, so that is nicely coated. Let me get my mittens and off to the oven. Okay, so with all of those meats going on, we have to do a side, and this is so simple, my cheesy potatoes. So what I basically did is I sliced the potatoes in circles. If you have a mandolin, you can use one, but I used a knife. I don't have a mandolin. And I made my cheese sauce with 3 cheeses, and I topped it with some bacon, and I also did one without any meat for people who don't eat meat, or people who don't eat stuff like beef or pork, whichever you prefer. If you want this yummy, simple recipe, please use the WhatsApp number that you see there, 393-ACTN, and give us your reviews, ask us for the recipes, and please try it and let us know what you think. So these guys are going to go into the oven, probably bake at 300 degrees for about 40 minutes. Okay guys, no better way than to end this Christmas Day recipe filled with meats and treats. We're gonna be doing some cookie decorating. So I have here with me my goddaughter Ayla. She's being very shy today. Doesn't she look pretty? All right, so Ayla is gonna help me decorate some cookies. And guys, the gingerbread man was my favorite story growing up, so I had to have this in the mix. All right, so decorating time. Then you get to decorate this gingerbread man as well. So I'm just gonna put some cute little clothes on for him. This is so pretty, guys. Look at that. This is Ayla's Christmas tree. I hope you get presents under this tree. You have to tell mommy she has to buy you 5 presents for being such a good girl. So there we have it, guys, our Christmas cookies. So guys, we have come to the end of this episode of Stacy's Kitchen. I hope you have enjoyed it. And again, special thanks to Chatak and to Persad, the Food King Supermarket. And again, thanks to all of you who have been supporting the show and trying the recipes. And guys, do not forget to check out a brand new episode of Stacy's Kitchen at 6:30 p.m. on ACTN The Voice, our and your #1 station. And I would just like to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from my house to yours on behalf of the entire crew at ACTN The Voice. Merry Christmas, everybody!